Absolutely. First off, I think it's a good price for both West Ham and for Spurs. If you look at Madueke, the boy from Dortmund who just got to Chelsea, Gittins, 55 million. I think that's a good range for wingers at the moment. I think with his pace, with his power, he has the ability to kick on and go on again. I think if he has one good season at Spurs, he goes again. He goes to a massive Champions League team. But he has all the potential. For me, I just think it's like whether he can focus the brain with his feet. He looks like football is a bit too easy for him at times, you know?
All right, I mean, he's been in the Premier League for 2 seasons now.
Yeah.
If you look at where he's coming from, Ajax through to West Ham United, what he's been able to do for the past 2 seasons, how would you rate his performances in the league?
I think he's been excellent. I think when you actually look at it more importantly, everyone forgets last season he fell out with the manager as well.
Yeah.
Remember, he had the alleged argument in the changing room. You dropped him for a couple of games, and then to come and deal with it as a player, that's very difficult. If you feel that your manager doesn't feel you or has that attention, then you kind of no, I'm not interested. But he got over that and delivered again. And between him and Jared Bowen, I think they were the best 2 players for West Ham. But I think the difference between him and Jared Bowen is he can get the ball deep in his own box and take you 60, 70 yards up the pitch. That's a wonderful skill for any winger. So for me, I think there's a lot more he can do. And I remember speaking to one of his coaches as well, Kevin Nolan, who said he thinks he can go to the very, very top. So when you hear those type of things, then you just know it's all about whether the player wants to do it or not.
All right. Again, he's joining Spurs now.
Yeah.
Where do you think he fits in that squad?
High left. I expect him to go to high left. I expect Son will either move on or have to be in a position where he has to play off the bench, because I think Kudus will be the main guy with Brendan Johnson on the opposite side.
Finally on Semenyo,
Yeah.
he signed a new deal for Bournemouth. Bournemouth fans are elated.
Yeah.
But for the player, do you think
crazy.
It's a good deal for him?
Yes, you've got to get a new deal because you want to get paid while you play well. I thought he would have waited about 1 more month, see what was there, see what happens. But I've been there as a player. When somebody puts that contract with that money in front of you, it's very difficult to say no. All good?